That,
Yeah, it is a hell of a start, ain't it? Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Maybe I'm Just Not Getting It. I'm your podcast host, Robert Davis. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Before we start, let me go ahead and do your regular plugs. Follow me on social media. Instagram is RTD underscore III. And Facebook, I think, is Robert Trey Davis III. And then comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff to the podcast. It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. And yeah, appreciate everybody for tuning in and all the feedback and everything as we keep going through this third season. In today's episode, I wanted to take a second to introduce my guest, one of my personal friends from law school, Miss Searra Hazel.
hello, everybody.
How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Like I said, it's really cold, but I'm good.
Yeah, man. Let's stay warm amongst this impending ice storm they say we about to have.
They calling it all kinds of names: blizzard, ice storm, all types of stuff. Just give me some rain, I'll be good.
For real.
Like, just yeah.
And the topic I wanted to talk about today is one I thought would be interesting. It's kind of the interesting in the sense that we hear about it all the time. It's the kind of the gender war type of thing we see online. Men should do this, women should do this, or even I know a lot of times they say that, like men and women seem to be at like I want to say at war with each other to reuse the word, but at odds with each other, internal conflict and everything like that. And I thought that would be an interesting thing to talk about because it is as tired out of a subject as it is. It seems to be like the number one thing still. Like that's
Yeah,
like the first thing everybody want to talk to. So I mean, it's kind of like why is that?
right.
Um, and why amongst Black people specifically does that conversation seem to like live so prevalently? We seem to really love that. We seem to really love that conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Everybody. Yeah.
and like I think it's mainly because I think one of the first reasons is because kind of it's such a relatable dating, romance, and all that is such a relatable topic. I mean, I think everybody kind of has some sort of experience with it.
Yeah.
And like most things, like, some people can sit there and talk about sports all day, but if I don't watch sports, I'm not going to say
Right. You can't
it's
really
not,
relate to it.
not, but everybody can relate to liking somebody or seeing somebody and be like, oh, I don't know, like how this person acted with me or anything like that. And that seems to be why everybody seems to be so into this. Like
Yeah.
everybody has something to say. Old people, young people, Black people, white people. Like it's a very extreme and right or wrong. Like say everybody, oh, that's my opinion, like right or wrong. So I mean,
Right.
I
Right.
don't see a thing. And again, it's just the first question I have for you, kind of in terms of it, just why do you think this has become so popular amongst like, I mean, because it's popular in every community.
Right.
Like, why amongst Black people so specifically?
I just feel like there are a lot of sources that we don't get to see at play here, right? Like I feel like a lot of people outside of the Black community are telling the Black community what they should be discussing.
I agree.
I feel like there are nuggets always being dropped about a war, right? And the war it always ends up being between Black people and themselves, and not necessarily Black people and those people controlling it. That's just my opinion because I don't think that we were having these conversations in our houses without these existential, we're going to call it existential, but these outside sources. So I think, and it's difficult to break out of it because you see it all the time. It's kind of like insidious. Once it's there and it's growing and it's grown and it's grown and everybody's participating in it, I think that's why it continues to be prevalent. I think that the conversations need to move away from the war of it all and maybe unionizing. But yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. I think that's definitely something I was going to talk about at a point was that who is the benefit, or I guess who is the driver or the one that benefits from everybody talking about this? Because yeah,
Right. We don't benefit. Right.
the internet is all guided conversations. Like somebody guides that might not see it, but like there's some hand that's like guiding what people are discussing in such numbers.
Right.
And so yeah, I mean that definitely makes sense. And like what I guess what's the impact? I mean, because I know we kind of talked about in the sense of it being like a negative thing, but what's the impact that you've seen it have like on people? I mean, for you, like it might just be people that not in a general sense, but just like
I I don't even like to engage. Like sometimes I like to talk, right? Like I like to have conversations, but it's so tiring that I don't even like to engage a lot of the
Yeah.
time. Like I saw a post on Facebook about submissiveness and that word really pissed. I just don't have time for that. So I'm like, I want to engage in the conversation, but it's like I don't want to go back and forth and keep because everybody's on a certain side and it's going to take forever to get you off your side or to see my side. So it just impacted me to where I don't even engage with people who had those kind of conversations.
Now I agree with you because it's like, I mean, you have to be in a certain mind state, I really think, to
Yeah.
really like to be ultra involved in some of these. Like I see guys I know and they online like fighting for their lives and somebody comments like with a group of women just fighting like and I'm just like, no, what's going on right
Yeah, and
now?
it's like,
Like,
what are we even talking about? What are we? But the question is, what are we talking about? Like, are we talking about the archaic role of a man and a woman from way back when, before we were born? Or are we talking about the manifestation of the circumstances under which we live now? You can't bring that don't work now.
I agree with you on that. I think that because it's really weird that so many people will talk about it in terms of a time like
They be like, my
modern.
granny didn't pay no bills. All she did was have them kids. What are you talking about?
You weren't even there. Like,
You weren't there.
no,
You
no,
weren't
no.
there. Those circumstances don't even apply to you now. What are we talking about?
Yeah, like yeah. I mean, people talk like when it's. I hear people say, "Oh yeah, like modern women don't do this or modern men don't do this compared to traditional." I'm like, you weren't there for what a traditional was going to do. Like, I mean, I get the general concept, but even when you're talking about like the granny thing, like yeah, you can be like, "Oh yeah, my granny just stayed home." Like, you don't have any idea what your granny did on a day-to-day basis. Like, you have no clue.
And Granny also, more often than not, didn't even have a choice.
Yeah,
What
that's
was Granny
also
gonna do? She didn't have a choice. A lot of times she just didn't have the choice. And I think that, I think with choices and the expansion of what people can actually do in the world, I think that traditions can change, but people don't want them to change.
yeah.
And I think things are changing whether we want them to or not. You just have to adapt. But refusing to adapt is why these conversations keep happening.
I think so too. I think a lot of people are just kind of intimidated or kind of scared by how the world, just anxious about how the world. Oh, I didn't, my mom or my dad didn't do this, or they had this
Right.
particular role, and I guess I felt like that was supposed to be mine, but the world is changing, so I got to change too, and that's yeah,
Exactly.
that can be scary to some people, and like
I think it is scary. I do. I think it's even more scary to be so stuck in your ways that you become like it becomes arrested development. Like you just stuck in a time that doesn't exist anymore.
yeah,
That's scary
it's
too, though,
yeah,
because
I
it's
mean
like
that's craziness.
it limits the ability to connect with people and maybe your relationship prospects. I don't know.
Yeah,
But I am not a fan of this conversation that isn't progressing anyone. If anything, is regression for me
I
because
agree.
I don't want to have a conversation about something and continue to go in a circle. We are not going to be in common ground or we're not going to be able to compromise. I think gender roles should transform itself to some sort of compromising role. Because, like, if you take it at its simplest terms, I guess men are supposed to take out the garbage. So you telling me you gonna sit in the house until the man come home to take the garbage out, or are you gonna take the garbage out? Just take the garbage out.
I was just
like,
thinking because you're waiting for a man to come to it.
I'm gonna take the garbage out. Like I'm not like that's in its simplest terms though, because there's a list of things that men do, a list of things that women do. Women's supposed to cook, clean, all that stuff. So it's like if you're at home, you're not gonna clean up until she get home. What are we
Yeah,
saying?
that makes no
That's why I'm saying
sense.
it don't work anymore because women aren't at home anymore.
I agree.
They're at work. So it doesn't work anymore. I'm just saying like you just need to change with the times. The expectations are different.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Like, I know I had to learn how to cook and everything like that because when I was living on my own, I mean, like, shit,
You was eating out.
I was to a degree
Yeah.
until I got
Yeah.
tired of eating out and I had to
Yeah,
learn.
well, yeah, we get tired of that too though. You're right.
But I mean, because I had to learn because I'm like, I couldn't just be like, oh, damn, I'm gonna just starve until a woman just magically come in this house and
And
start
clean
cooking.
and cook for me. Like,
Like,
yeah.
like that, So to your point, you do have to adapt with the times, and I think a reason, like I guess the conversation we having matters to a point you just raised. Like, it's weird that there's this obsession with kind of like gender roles and everything like this, or this whole just gender conversation, but it's not actually progressing the
Anybody.
conversation. Yeah, everybody's
Right.
just kind of regressing by it, and that's the weirdest thing that I don't think people really. take a look at when they are really think about is that this isn't help. Like nobody is gaining or learning from this. It's just like everybody kind of retreats to their little hole or whatever,
Exactly. And continue
whatever.
to live the same life with the same ideas. And I'm not saying that you have to accept my idea, take it on as your own, and implement it in your own life. But I think progress comes in understanding the other side at least. They don't even want to understand it. They have a rebuttal for everything. And sometimes it's literally just this, and that's it. That's like saying
Yeah,
I want to see both sides. And it's like sometimes it's not a both side. That's it's just this is for me and this is for you. And that's okay. You
yeah.
know.
I mean, I think to a degree, our culture now has become so fascinated with this, like, it's this thing of argument or disagreement. Like, hey, let's debate culture. That's probably the best way.
Woo, I get a I don't have time for that.
Yeah, the
Mm-mm.
debate culture thing is such a thing where people feel like, oh, the only way that you can learn or express ideas is through this like rigorous disagreement. But
Yeah.
it's come out so much in this particular field because it's there to your point, like people will sit there and draw a line in the sand over something like not even not understanding. Like people are arguing and not even arguing about the same thing. Like, yes,
Right. They talking past each
yeah,
other because they
I was
can't
just
hear you.
talking fast, yeah. So it's just like what is the it's a mindless entertainment. I have to take that some people just like to argue and just feel like they're
I
arguing with
mean,
themselves.
and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm in the shadows lurking in those comments and laughing at those arguments. Sorry, sometimes I am entertained by it. I can't be as mature all the time. Sometimes it is entertaining because I can tell that they talking past each other, but they're not gonna stop because somebody has to win. And sometimes they're literally saying the same thing, but they can't see it because they want to win. So
Hmm.
I do giggle a bit sometimes because
I
you
giggle all the time. I look at it all the time. All the time. I be laughing at it.
I'm
I mean,
fully
because
engaged in
listen,
it. I'm like, what they talking about today?
you got to
So
be a certain person to be typing paragraphs to internet comments, like a certain person. Like
I like that kind of person. I
I do
like it
too.
because you are strong in your stance. Even if it's some, something that don't necessarily apply to what's really happening, it's very strong, and I appreciate you standing 10 toes. People stand 10 toes for less, so
Yeah,
they
for a lot less
like
like,
for a lot less. So I mean,
and like it's weird because it can be. I almost think in the terms of like a black person thing, right? It's almost sad because it's like reductive. When I'm on the internet, I'll see mad creators, and I know the internet will create, will what's it, your
woo.
feed or your algorithm will try to feed you stuff. But like
Mhm.
that seems to be something that everybody, I mean, to the point we said it's a popular conversation. Like everybody seems to want to talk about, or that's a piece of that like content that they spread out to the world, or everybody's a relationship expert or a dating expert, or I'm telling my story so
I agree.
somebody can learn from my mistakes or whatever the case may be. And it is sad that it seems like, at least in terms of just how the internet has spread it, we kind of reduce a lot of people reduce the whole world to kind of a dating or a relationship type of thing. And it's
Yeah,
just like it's big. I mean, the world is a lot bigger than that. Like it's a lot bigger
yeah.
than
I
what
think
a man or woman can do for you.
right. I agree with you 100% because I feel like people get on the internet and they go out into the world, and the only thing that they're looking for is a mate. You don't want a friend. You don't want to just have somebody to talk to that you don't have to kiss in the mouth. Like you don't want a friend. Like that shouldn't be your daily goal. And I feel like it is reductive because I feel like as people we need other people, right? But it doesn't necessarily have to mean that we have to be the ones kissing them and humping them. Why are you not looking for a friend? They're not only telling you that you need a man, and I do think that men and women need each other. You need a man. He needs to make this amount. You need to be able to stay home. You don't have to have a kid. If you do have a kid, you're gonna be the one to raise him. Like these are the weird tropes that are being portrayed and pushed onto people. And some people are falling victim to it and they find themselves alone because they didn't find a man the internet told them that they needed, and they don't have friends either.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
you don't want to just hang out. You don't want to
Yeah,
hang out.
like now everything is I gotta find somebody. I was like, oh, I gotta find somebody, and then they unhappy when they find somebody because that's the only thing they have. Like,
That's all exactly. And then when it's not working out, you don't have nowhere else to go. And people don't understand how difficult relationships are. So they're like, the internet told me I could find a relationship pretty quickly and it should be pretty easy. So when it get difficult, you don't have any tips or tricks on how to make it work because you don't want to make it work because the internet say just move on to the next one. And then you don't have no friends.
Yeah, nobody to tell you, hey,
Well,
you shouldn't
right,
do that. Like
you
let's
tripping.
chill out.
Exactly.
Like
Instead, you log right into Instagram, go to spiritual world, that page or whatever, and they tell you, you're a Libra. You're not compatible. Like, I don't have time for that. Nope.
yeah, that is some crazy shit. Like I mean, but to your point, or you can find whatever person that's gonna tell you exactly what you need to hear. Like, oh
Exactly.
yeah,
They tell
no, you're
you
not in the
there's
wrong.
something, exactly. There's something for everybody to make them feel like whatever they're doing is not wrong. And not even that it's not wrong, it's just not working.
Yeah.
You could be doing something completely right and it not working because it's not for you. But you'll find somebody on the internet saying you were exactly where you needed to be. It didn't happen because you're a Libra. I don't have time for that.
That
Like,
is
what are you
absolutely
saying?
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Am I-
they be like Libra men are supposed to be with Cancer women, and here you go. Turn out everybody in your path because the internet said you needed a Cancer. Like, I don't have time for that. I do not. I
you
blame the internet for all of it, actually, if I'm honest.
Nah, I mean that actually brings me to my next topic, or my next point. And I think you got a great point about that. Like the internet isn't a real place. I mean, I think and I think in terms of this conversation, it's so wild because it's like I know that most people have to realize that because they're in real relationships in the real world, to at least to a degree.
Yes,
I think
yes,
like they don't work like they people say on the internet, like
yeah.
rarely ever, like there is no rarely ever relationships where one person is doing like 100% of this, or one person is doing everything that somebody is expecting, or people living in real situations, like making real
Yeah.
life compromises, real life, however, to make things work or to be happy how they want to be, and
And there
like
is
everybody
real
knows that.
life taking place outside of the internet. Life is real as hell. Like on the internet, it just looked like, when they do those get ready with me and they start early in the morning and it's like the man who just put his face in that cold bowl of water, like, boy, go away from me with this.
Trying
Like,
to
please. That's not real life for the bulk of us. Real life requires compromise. Real life requires partnership. Real life requires interdependence, meaning we depend on each other. Nobody is signing up to be a dependent spouse for real, unless that's what people are leading with. Unfortunately, as a divorce attorney, I see this all the time, but whoo, that's a mess. All I'm saying is this whole 50-50 conversation, I think that 50-50 is reduced to numbers more often than it should because partnerships are 50-50. That's just what partnerships are. It is not monetary. It could be like emotional or anything
Mhm.
like that. But also, if you have somebody that's paying making 100% of the monetary contributions to the relationship, that's fine. If that works for you, that's also fine, but not that's not everybody's story. And unfortunately, it can't be everybody's story the way this economy in. Like it's mad hard. It's mad hard out here. Come on, the people who are on the internet talking about, oh, I need a man who pays 100% of the bills. The question then becomes, can you pay 100% of the bill? I don't think that you should look for something that you can't provide.
Yeah.
But then I also find men who find it macho that they can do it, but then when they lead with it, but then women want it from them, they get mad. Well, why didn't you just tell me what your name was instead of telling me what kind of car you had? You led with the fact that you could take care of me. Okay, so take care of me. But now I'm a go digger. You said it. You said it.
Nah,
It's very weird.
that's real on both sides of it. That is because like you have to. I mean, different things work for everybody, like you said. I mean, and you have to leave whatever you leave with should be what like what
That's
you actually put out
exactly
there.
it. That's exactly it. Because there are men who lead with money, but then when you ask them for some money, they get mad. Well, I
And
didn't
it's
ask
like,
you to
yeah,
fix
what you
my
leaving with the
car.
money for? Yeah.
You didn't say you was a mechanic. You said you had some money, and now I want some. Now I'm a gold digger. Well, you didn't say anything else. You didn't say that you like to read. Maybe I would ask you to go to Barnes and Nobles for a date. But you said I'm rich. This is what I have. Money. Now I want some. This is if money is the currency that you're offering. I want some of it. Like if knowledge is the currency that you're offering, I might want some of that too. But you have to be mindful of what you're offering before you call somebody a gold digger.
Yeah.
Like you're like, what you talking about? But then there's also women who are gold diggers, and I don't see a problem with that. As long as they lead with it and they let you know up front. Don't act like you're surprised when that's what she said to you to start. They always want to act like they're surprised by it. It's like that lady told you this is what it was. You thought you could change her. Oh, it is what it is. I think people should just be more truthful about what's going on. People be lying.
I agree.
Stop
I agree
lying.
100%.
Yeah.
Not lying. Like just truthful about what you want, truthful about what your motivation, your intent is.
Yeah.
And then everybody can kind of get, oh, if what you're looking for is somebody to take care of you, hey, look, and you will find somebody be like, hey, look, I'm just looking for somebody I can take care of. If you look for somebody that,
Exactly. And
yeah,
then if I tell you that that's what I'm looking for and that's what you're looking for, we go, that's us together. But if that's not what you're looking for, just move on. Like you don't gotta put people down for the way that they decide to live. That's just not a person that you're going to share your life with, and that's okay. We on this internet calling people gold diggers because you ain't had no gold. You didn't have any gold.
about to
We
say, yeah, you can't say people gold digging if you ain't got no gold. They just
and
digging.
they didn't even, and they're not checking for you. You mad because she got all she could get out of this man, and you never even had half of what he had for her to even come over there with you. She
Yeah,
probably told him, "Listen,
that is the extremely weird part. People
yeah,
arguing with people about what they should do with somebody else.
with
Like,
somebody else." Why you? It's not for you. That goes back to the whole relationship thing, where one thing works for this person and another thing works for somebody else. If the way that this woman is treating this man doesn't work for you, that's good. You're not dating her. But sometimes people are dead wrong, but it's also about what you allow. People are only going to do what you allow. So if that's a deal breaker for you, then go find somebody who not, trying to get all your money.
nah, I
This
mean,
whole
yeah.
getting all my money thing is also crazy too. Because if
Nah, I
I'm
mean,
out,
I think you're right.
niggas ain't even
People
got
want
no
to do
money.
whatever they want.
People want to do
Like,
whatever they want, and you do it within the parameters of which the relationship allows you to do it. And I think that's okay. We just got to be more truthful about it. I'm not condemning people for being in relationships that suit them. I'm sorry.
nah, I mean,
I'm
I
not
feel you
mad. Why I'm mad that you getting what you came for, he's getting what he came for. I'm not
on.
mad at that.
You can't be. Can't be at
You
all. But
can't
I agree
be.
with you.
Right. You
Like,
go get what you want, what's important to you. You let that be known, and the relationship that comes behind that is for you. And maybe somebody else says something different. I don't know. I just the 50 who started the 50-50 again?
somebody on the internet did. Like literally, somebody did. Like I mean, and like to the point you were making earlier, like everybody was like, well, if your man isn't paying for 100% of the bills, then that's a problem for you, or that I can't take. And I could agree with some women being like, look, that's the standard that I'm gonna live with, and that's
Yeah,
what I want.
exactly. If
That's
that's
true.
your standard, I think that's a great one to have. And if he can't provide that, just get somebody who can. And that's it. And that's okay.
hmm and that's
I
just
I don't see a problem with setting standards. I think the issue that I see as a black woman, and I don't know, I'm a black woman first. I don't care about none of the other stuff. I see that the problem with black women having it's always a problem when the black woman has a standard. It's almost like people are telling us we don't deserve it. Like, no, I deserve to want somebody to take care of me, and that's okay. And if I found somebody that's going to do it, that's great. Thank you. Get out of my face and
yeah,
leave
I
me.
agree.
Like all of this whole nobody gets mad when all these other people get to stay home and raise their kids and all of this stuff. Everybody want us to be still working hard and back breaking. No. If I find a man that say stay home, I'm staying home. What you mad at? And if I tell the man I want to stay home, that's my standard. That's my standard. I'm not changing it and I'm not arguing with you about it. It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you, and I think it is interesting that it's in the terms for Black women specifically that it is kind of this thing of like, oh no, y'all aren't supposed to have this standard because of what's been in the past or what's been, but
Yeah.
like,
Mm-mm.
no one has ever. I mean, it's that point, like, no one has ever asked that of like white women or anything to be like, well, why do y'all like? Why do you tend to? Why would you look for a man to take care of you? You shouldn't want to be able to do that. Like, there isn't too many white men out here that they're telling women that, especially not women that they dealing with, like.
Exactly. You got to go to work.
It's a
No,
real
if
pocket
I don't
watching.
want to go to work and I want you to come to the table with 100% of the monetary contribution and I let you know that and you say, okay, thank you. That's it. I'm not arguing with nobody about that. But if I say that I'm okay with splitting the bills 50-50, that's okay too. Just do
Yeah.
what works for you. That's literally, I think that's how you squash the whole thing is kind of do what works for you. But people try to tell you that you're wrong for not wanting what the masses think that you should be getting.
No, I agree with you in that one. I mean, because yeah, like you should be happy with this because this is the way that things are. But
Right.
this
Like,
is
please
this is
leave me
what I
alone.
could be able to provide. I don't see why you wouldn't be happy with that. Like, it's a lot of arguing about hypothetical situations. Like
Yeah,
everybody trying
I
to
agree.
like, yeah. And then they wonder why it's an endless debate because everybody's arguing about like
Exactly,
some specific shit
exactly.
that don't apply to the other person they're talking
I agree. You're arguing about living in the house with a person you will never live with or ever split bills with.
to.
Why the hell you arguing with this lady about 50-50 and why are you arguing with a stranger about 50-50? And you don't know her, you're not planning to get in a relationship with her, you don't know him, you don't plan to get in a relationship with him. And then they tear each other down about it, right? Like you telling that man, you ain't got no money anyway. You broke because you can't pay 100% of the bills. Then why he got to be broke because he can't pay 100% of the bills? Why can't he just be why can't he just be a person who's not going to pay it? Why is the reason for not paying 100% of the bills because he broke? No, that's just not that don't work for him.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
why is your reason for wanting him to pay the bulk of the bills because that's what a man do? Why is that your reason? It's not. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for him. He probably
No,
can pay 100% of the bills, but he doesn't want to, and that's okay. I think
that
that's
is
okay. He just got
that
to find
is.
somebody that's willing to split the 50-50 with him. And you have
That's
to find somebody that's willing to pay the 100% of the bills for you. That's what I'm saying. You're arguing with somebody that you're never going to be in a relationship with. You're on polar opposite ends of the spectrum. You're never going to be in a relationship with him. So why are you arguing with him?
I agree. I mean, I think it's. I even think that like certain people try to argue like, oh, well, you have to be realistic, and I'm like, well, even if they have to be realistic, let them be the ones that are in that sense. Like, let them be the
Exactly.
ones to make that venture on their own. Like, people want to tell you what realistic is to them. Like,
Exactly. I think what's realistic is relative because everybody's circumstances are different.
exactly.
That's just it. You can't be like, be real in this world. It's like we're all of the same world. I get it. But the circumstances are totally different, especially when we speak about financial circumstances. It's hard out here for everybody, but it's a little harder for other people. Don't come over here with that. It don't
Mhm.
work and it's okay. Go over there where it
I agree.
does. Yeah.
And like, as a and like as a man, I hear a lot of males talk about like the traditional versus
I know.
modern
That's just,
woman. Like I hear men all the time talk about like, oh, well, like modern women. I have issues with modern women because they do X, Y. And I don't know why this like that phrasing bugs me so much. Like modern versus traditional,
yeah.
because it just doesn't make sense to me in the sense because I don't think that is so much different. Like I genuinely don't like. And I guess in fact, because my mama worked, she cooked, but she worked. Like I seen like doing.
I think
I
what's
just
traditional to you may be not traditional for somebody else. And traditions be changing.
yeah, that's true.
Like they just be like I don't understand that traditional woman. I think that is like a reduction of what a woman is. Like the traditional women that they quote or they cite to are like women who stay home, cook, and raise the kids. That's it. And I'm not saying that that's not a job because it's hard to raise children. But sometimes we want to leave the house. We want to go outside, go to work, maybe interact with people who are not fucking 3 years old and we are responsible for feeding them. And I don't see a problem with people who want to do the opposite. But
Yeah.
saying that you have a problem with what the modern woman is doing when it's just an expansion of a tradition is stupid. And traditions change. Like you said, if they were talking about you and categorizing your mom, she would be a modern woman because not only does she work, she cooks. It's like they make it sound like you can't be both. And
Yeah.
you can be. You can work and cook. They don't want you
Life
they
will
don't
require it. Quite honestly, mine times life will require you to have to do so. Like,
Yeah, you have to eat. What are you talking about? That's another thing. Like, what are we talking about? Like the whole gender role thing as far as like women cooking. So my thing is this. If I'm going in the kitchen and I'm hungry and you happen to be right there too, I'm already in the kitchen. I got you. But if I'm this whole getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning making a sandwich, if I'm tired and you ask me to get up at 3 o'clock to make you a sandwich, I it's okay for me to say no and you not tell me that I'm less of a woman because I said no.
yeah, that's a
You
crazy
the
thing.
one up and hungry. Go make your own sandwich, bro. You obviously got bad energy because you waking me up. I'm the sleep one. I'm tired. Go make your own sandwich real quick. It don't take mad, but if I get up, it's okay. But I'm saying I should have the choice and shouldn't be considered less of a woman because I didn't get up and make my husband a sandwich at three
I'm
o'clock.
laughing thinking about getting up in the middle of the night and being
Lay
like, hey,
down, bro. We all sleep. Like, just go
yeah,
back to bed.
I'm gonna
I ain't got time.
get somebody else up, get my wife up and be like, hey, look, I need you to make me a sandwich. at 3 o'clock in the morning. I could
Like,
just
what are we talking about? Like, but that's the conversation. Like, I've been hearing people talk about it just like that. Like, if he asked me to get up and make him a sandwich, and that's okay if you're gonna get up and make him a sandwich, but there should also be a choice, and I shouldn't be condemned for not getting up and making him a sandwich. And that's what they be doing on the internet.
that's a personal choice. They're like,
Yeah,
okay,
like it's
she
okay.
would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, if she want to get up and do it, cool. If she don't, that's okay too. But y'all shouldn't be calling her less of a woman and say that's why she don't have no man and this, that, and the third. Cause she don't get. No, I'm not. If I'm in the kitchen, I got you, and I might cook without you even asking. But like being obligated to be in that kitchen is the disconnect.
Yeah,
Like
that's wild.
you don't know how to cook. If I wasn't here, would you eat?
No,
What are
you
you
just sit and
talking about?
starve. Just sit
You're
and
just
starve
sitting
and wait.
far. You'll just be no. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. People be lying, especially on the internet. They be lying because real life ain't like that.
I
Nobody's
agree.
starving until their wife get home.
I agree. Like I mean, it makes no sense, right? Like you got to
Makes
be
no
able to eat
sense.
something.
Yeah, and then
Like,
they be like, "Well, you've been home all day and my dinner not cooked. Don't come over here with that." Like I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a stay-at-home wife. I don't know. But what are we doing? Like you've been hungry all day. Like, did you eat lunch? I don't know.
no,
I don't
just
know.
been sitting around hungry.
Just sitting around waiting for me to cook. I don't know. I feel like it's fun on the internet to get into these boxes that are troped out and archaic and old and not want to adapt to the times. It's just more fun to stand on opposite sides as opposed to being in a gray area where that requires compromise. It's easier to just take the extremes and stand there because there are so many supporters of both sides of the extremes that it's easy to be in those spaces. It's much harder to be in the gray because people are going to condemn you for being in the gray because they think it's black and white. And that's just not what it is.
Yeah, no, I agree with you in that one. I'm like, I think it's so many examples of kind of like in media of how they push that kind of thing. Like, what's the all the different dating shows I think push
Ooh,
that.
call the cops. Lock them up. Put them in jail. 27 hours at least.
And then the worst thing, at least that I've seen, which I don't know why I like watching. I don't watch them as much anymore. I did a lot. The pop the
I
balloon
do.
shows.
I listen. If I see a clip on Facebook, I'm clicking on it, and then if you stay on it long enough, more clips come up, so you can
Yeah,
watch.
just
Mm.
more people just getting their feelings hurt. Just like
Ooh.
on both
That
sides, like people popping the balloon, people holding the balloons. Like, I mean,
everybody mad. Everybody sad. Then they get disrespectful. Why are you being disrespectful to the lady? Why are you being disrespectful to the man? People don't understand how to take rejection well, and then the war just continues in different spaces. Like now we're at war with each other because you said that you don't like me because I'm short. Now we can't have a preference. Like, damn. Like nobody can have a preference. Everybody hates each other. No, everybody broke because they can't pay 100% of the bills. You are not a woman because you can't cook. You're not a man because you can't change a tire. Like, what the fuck is this?
and where
There's
did
this
the
weird.
anger, where did the nastiness come from in it? Because like it started with just like people in disagreement, but now to your point with the shows, everybody gets like
They get
cutthroat from the
crazy.
beginning. Like somebody walk out there, no, that bitch tall as hell. I can't fuck. Like,
They pop
damn.
it, then they laugh, and then they point, and then this man says she not my type, and I didn't want to give her a chance at all. Like, what are you? This other man told the girl that she had a pretty smile, but her gums were black or something. Like, are you okay?
Yeah, and they should be making up stuff because if you was outside on the street, you would definitely try to talk to that person. Like you
He
would
would
definitely.
you would that would be you just trying to save face. And I think that, if you were really like sometimes it works. I'll be seeing like it works sometimes and I think that's cool, but like I don't know. I feel like it feels very like auction blocky. Like, what are we popping balloons now? You don't want to like, I'd much rather you be on Hinge, swipe me, swipe or whatever they do. What is it, Hinge? One of them they swipe left or right.
Oh, I think what was
Just
that Tinder? Was that Tinder?
I have
Yeah.
no idea, but you like swipe left or right depending
Hmm.
on if you think cute or something. Do that to me. Don't come popping the balloon saying that my feet is hanging over my shoes. Like, is that real? Like, maybe her feet are just oily and your feet slide down, but you don't know that and you trying to be funny. Now
Right.
you want
All
to know how
back.
many baby dads I got. What are we saying?
It's crazy to look at somebody and the first thing you're looking for is, damn, how can I clown this person? Like,
That's how they start. They start with clowning, or they'll say like, "You're a really beautiful girl, but your feet." Like, okay, I don't know.
yeah, that's so it's a wild thing. And like the other part of it I wanted to ask you about was I know it's weird. in the sense of you see a lot of like dating coaches or dating, I don't know what I call them, influencers.
Yeah, get them out. Get put. They need to go to jail though. Honestly, like and it could be like what is it called? What is it? Low minimum security jail though, like a satellite camp or something where they get to go outside and stuff. But they do need to go to jail
Oh, they
because
got a few guards out there.
yeah, but because they gotta go. That damn panel that they do, what is it called? Tonight's
Oh, and
conversation.
tonight's conversation. Yeah, I hate that shit.
Go
I
the
hate
fuck. Who are you to tell me, man? Get out of my face. And
the
you don't
whole
go on.
concept of it
It's crazy. And then they go on tour.
to different
What is
cities.
the
It's people
difference?
coming out there.
Telling people what? What are we talking about?
And people bring their own stories. Like people they be
They
packed
like
into
my
that.
baby dad said this, and I'm not saying that people can't tell you their experience and maybe give you advice on their experience, but they exalt themselves to have the superior opinion on this stuff, and it's like, what are we talking about?
And a
I'm
lot of
not
them niggas
you,
train wrecks themselves.
and I'm not you, and you're not me. We have totally different experiences. I'm all for like being close to people and they give you advice just based on their experience, like in the comfort of your own home. But to take that on tour is crazy to me.
I agree.
Like, what are
I
we
don't
talking
understand
about?
it.
I don't get
I,
it either. And it's like, what are we talking about? They be like, you know, a top tier man. I hate a top tier man. I hate a top tier woman. I hate a fucking system of valuation for human beings. Unless we talk in sports, like, are you tall? Can you run fast? Those are the metrics that I'm okay with because they're important to the sport or what you're being paid for. But a valuation system for human beings that you want to interact with on a personal level is wild. What the fuck is a top tier man? What's a top tier woman? It depends on who you're talking to.
yeah, it is. It depends on who you're talking to, how you feel about that person, and how they value to you. It's crazy to me because I agree with you, especially with tonight that tonight's conversation thing.
Oh,
Like the whole concept of it just is so wild to me that you have like these panel of just regular like internet personality. They should be regular niggas. Like they it ain't even like they
yeah,
they just
that's
like
just
they just
wild, bro. Right. And the
regular
crazy
niggas
thing is
with a
like I
following.
like hearing I like hearing from some of them individually because I think they're insightful, right? Like I think or they could just have a way with words. Sometimes people just know how to speak and put words
Mhm.
together that be make you say, huh. But that don't mean that they have the authority on how you should catch a man or
I
catch a
agree.
woman. That shit is weird.
They
Like what are
all
we
went, yes. Some of them have good points. They don't, yeah, like some have good points. They, you know, some
Yeah.
of them say some intelligent things, some insightful things, some things that you can make a good clip. Like you say, you can make a good clip on
Right.
Instagram
You're
or
like,
YouTube for.
oh. But that don't
But
mean that I'm gonna write it down and it's gonna be generally applicable to my entire life and it's gonna be the driving force behind me getting into a relationship. Relationships are just so hard. They're relative, they're subjective, and what works for one does not work for all of them. So for you to stand up there and be like, well, maybe you should do this because I did it, it's weird.
yeah, and people be
Podcast
at the
mics need to be
shows.
burned as well. Go ahead.
They pack into them arenas to go
They
just to
be
come in
that
there.
money. I heard that money be good too.
Yeah, they pack into them arenas. Like that. That is what I think is so wild to me. Is not only that they pack into the arenas, but their age group that they market to is more like our age and older.
Because I
It
feel
ain't
like
even younger people.
I think people in our age group, who I'm getting very old here. Wow. I think that we struggle because we are the age of the internet. And whether we want to admit it or not, what the internet says plays a role in our lives. I mean, you
Mhm.
can be very intentional about disregarding it, but the fact that we're on the internet all the time, we have no other choice but to see it. So I think that we struggle with that too, right? I think we come from the age of the internet, the age of how-to books and all of that. I don't learn from that. I learn from the experience that I've had within myself. There's nobody on the tonight's conversation panel gonna be able to sit me down and tell me how to catch a man. That just don't work for me. But I
I
know
agree.
that it's there, it's out there, and we see it. And I think that's probably why we struggle, and that's why we're packing out the house because there's some internal conflict. These gender wars that we are a part of, this damn gender role, the submissive woman versus the traditional woman and the modern woman. Like none of this existed way back when. There
It
was just a
didn't.
woman and a man. But now, because we have more choices, they're trying to make more boxes for us. And I just think that is life. We're just people who are living life. I'm a traditional woman because I literally cook every Sunday. My grandma did, so I still do it. I'm a traditional woman, but I also have a job. The fuck? I work too. My grandma didn't, but I do. she did when she got older and she got a divorce and all of that stuff, but like she didn't when she was raising her kids. So it's like, what are we talking about? I don't think there are boxes for us anymore. I just think there were people living in the world and we're, adapting. And the same thing goes for men. Like people be mad when you see stay-at-home dads and stuff. What are you want him there or not? Because if he wasn't there with the kids, he's a deadbeat piece of shit.
Yeah, it's
So
got. I mean, yeah,
what do
you got
you
to be
want?
happy with how you can get it.
Yeah, I mean, but you're never going to be happy if this is you're going to find a problem in everything.
That's true. And I
So,
think that brings a good topic. I mean, a good point up in terms of like with the internet. I think you kind of mentioned this before. Like a lot of it is, I guess the conversations aren't real because it's like driven by. I mean, it's a lot of like just people rage baiting and trolling you on the internet.
yeah, oh yeah.
I think that's half of it right there. That people, I mean, I think just outside this conversation, just in the internet in general. Like one day I just had to think about that to myself and be like, yeah, half the shit people are arguing about, they're arguing with things that aren't even real. Like they're arguing with somebody, like they're arguing with computers and shit like that. Like you just
Right,
gotta
a
kind of just
faceless
lighten shit up.
profile. Like I don't even. But
Yeah.
now I'm not gonna lie. It's so many of them. Sometimes you can't escape it. Like I don't even be on Twitter like that. I have a Twitter just to see what's going on in the world. I don't participate. I don't post. I don't do. I no pictures. Nothing. I just go in there and I just be seeing people say stuff. I was like, this. He wants this. Whatever this is, wants an argument from somebody. Some people give it to him. Some people are like, you're a faceless profile. I'm not gonna do it. And I'm very proud of those people because you argue yourself into an aneurysm with these people on the internet.
Yeah.
They're not even real. They're not real. The problems that they are presenting are not real. Like the internet is not a real place. So to try to take everything that you get from the internet and apply it to your real life, you're gonna be a disaster for real.
You are. I mean, I think, and like the internet isn't a real play to your point in terms of like the most of the time a lot of the random comments and stuff that you see, and then like even with the people like the tonight's conversation or the internet kind of dating coaches or people that bring that information up, you don't know what is going on in their lives
Mm-hmm.
outside of when they have a camera in front of them. And a lot of time, I
Exactly.
mean, and not just them. Like Steve Harvey wrote a book called "Think Like a Man," and that nigga got like 3 divorces. Like,
I'm tired of
so
Steve Harvey get on my nerves just looking at his face. I'm sorry. Cause
probably
what?
got them big
Leave
ass
me
teeth.
alone. It's the head, I think.
That shit be
It's the
shining too.
head. It's the mustache. It's what he did to Family Feud. Let's just do a little sidebar about what happened with Family Feud. So I used to watch
What?
Family Feud all the
Because they want
time.
to make your grandma say something sexual every episode. That's what
Every
kills me.
time. Why is this happening? Who are we now surveying? Because before these were not the kind of answers we were saying. So who are we surveying
Who are
now?
we asking these questions to? Yeah,
It
like
literally said something about like, what is the smell you don't want on your man? And it was like the cooch. Huh? I never the what? The who? The cooch is what you're saying on Family Feud? And
every
I'm
episode.
all about it. I'm all about the diversity because we didn't see as many black family as we do now, and I like that, and I think it's cool. But the questions and the answers are wild, bro. They're
No, it
wild.
is.
I don't even
They,
remember who was the host before, but
some
that was
nameless white man. I can't remember his name. I
yeah.
just, he was just there. And God just talking to me.
Family Feud took a turn. Took a
And
turn.
it took a turn. You're right. They
Turn.
started getting back on primetime television. They said we need to spice it up some.
And they spiced it up too. They got white ladies bouncing their tits. It's a lot. It's a lot. Weird. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm like, nah, Steve, just chill a little bit.
Steve just there grinning,
That's
grinning and
all he
yelling,
do is grin,
grinning and yelling.
yell, and make noise. Just random noises. But yeah, Steve Harvey's crazy too though. Steve Harvey is wild too. He's talking about think like a man. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for people telling you to think like a man and you this what you do to be a woman. I hate that kind of stuff too.
I mean, yeah, because it makes no sense. I mean, you can see like you'll see some girls that are like Instagram models or something like that, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I promote this, and you shouldn't take this from a man. I wouldn't take it from a man." But it's like some nigga paid for you to might be out at some island or wherever you at. You'll see guys, the internet, like you said, Steve Harvey or what was the thing name that used to have the muscles? I say used
He
to have the
used to have
muscles. He
muscles. He don't
probably
have muscles no
you know
more.
what I'm saying? He lost them since then. What was
That
uh
muscle capacity go.
Derrick Jackson? There we go. Dark skin.
Oh, with the lady with the bonnet. His
Yeah.
wife had that hat to the side. Somebody gotta get.
It looked like
It
she
was
was in
like a
France.
knit, and she was like, yeah.
Yeah, she
Where
was in
he
that
at?
video
What
looking
happened
real.
to him? He
I,
disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I think he was trying to make a comeback, but I forget what it was. I mean,
I
'cause
think
it's
he
hard to make a
cheated.
comeback when you do that shit.
Yeah, I think he had cheated on her or something, and he
Hmm.
was always like, "I'm the perfect husband," but he ended up like cheating on her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
stupid.
mean, so you see it all the time in terms of just these people that promote this sort of stuff and just what's going on in their life. And that's what kind of brings it back to like shit in real life. Real life is a
Yeah,
lot
it's not
different.
exactly. It just looks a lot different. Like real life, real people go through real problems that, you have to have real conversations, and it's just life is too real to be playing on the internet. I
Yeah, it
mean,
is.
or you could just be playing on the internet and not take it as seriously, right? Like this is a place for fun. We know that it's not real, but like I've seen people have conversations that like get real nasty and crazy because you don't agree with a take that they regurgitated from Twitter.
That is true. And
It's
people
never
get
real
real.
reasoning for anything. It's just like this is what they said on Twitter. This is what the life that I want. She has a life that I want. So I'm gonna follow her path. And it's like you don't really know what her path really is for real. And the same go for men too. Like I be seeing like the men as like the what they call 'em, like the top sports better. I don't even know how you become a top sports better. I don't even know what that means.
Or
Like,
they
do
be
that
on
mean
they
that
be
you
on like
know
DraftKings and stuff all
yeah,
day.
like do that mean you know what Vegas wants to happen or what? I don't know, but people are like, this is what they said you gotta do, so I gotta do it too. And it's like, sometimes it works, right? I feel like maybe sometimes it works, but I don't know that it's always gonna work and you should be so attached to it and very strict about it. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's very I don't know, it's very I'm telling you, man.
I mean, I agree with you, and I think like it's weird because it's like one thing with the disagreement part of it. People tend to go, people don't disagree civilly anymore either. Like
No, they
this,
don't. They
this
cut you
stuff has
low.
become like I hate to use like the dog whistle term, but like people get mad, like is it sexist, racist, homophobic, and just straight up mad, just mean with each other, like out off the bat nowadays. In terms of
They
just when this conversation comes, like you said, like
they
woman
cut
could
each
be
other
like, oh,
down
I'm
so
not gonna put
bad.
up with this from a man. Well, fuck you, bitch, you gonna die alone.
Right, that's what it is. That's why you ain't got no motherfucking man now. Then the girl be
like
like, "Well, that's why you broke and your dingling is small." Like, what is this?
yeah.
What are we talking about? You
Now we'd have
literally.
got into an episode of comedy. Like, you know what I'm saying? People just over here joking on each other. Like, we just turned.
I'm not even gonna lie. Why would I get dark like I was in witness protection? But I'm just saying, like, that's how it go. And you're right. They don't disagree civilly anymore. It start going back to your grandma. Like, why are you talking about my grandma now?
Yeah, people want to hurt, like people cut
Hurt each
deep.
other.
They
Yeah.
want to cut deep. They want to cut deep. And I'm just like,
They want to
Jesus.
cut deep and they go cut deep. They don't give a damn. But why you gotta talk about my grandma? Now my grandma was the broke back, bald headed. Like now my grandma was bald. Like why my grandma in it now? And now my dad was a piece of shit because he didn't teach me how to change a tire. Why? Why? Now my dad a punk ass bitch. Like
Not
why?
everybody. I'm about to say,
Now everybody from way back when all the way down to you because you grew up the way that you grew up and you not gonna pay 100% of these bills as pussy ass broke ass bitches and because you not gonna cook and clean I'm a weak ass bitch who ain't never go like why
like,
why
why is all that even necessary? Yeah, like
it
it's
gets real
it's
bad it gets crazy I just be like he did not have to say that there
But
wow
it
she
seems
did
like
not
everybody
deserve
just want again. It's like it's not even the point of being right. At a certain point, some people want to be right. Now people just want to be funny. It's like whoever feel like they're just the funniest ones or something
me
like that.
I love to be funny though
Yeah, I mean, it's a
no
difference
I
between.
think you
But
can be funny and not be like hurtful though I think
I mean, even with that, I think you could be funny and not be hurtful. You can be funny and be hurtful. But like, I think it's a difference when you're trying too hard to be hurtful. Like, it's not like they be
Nah,
cutting just like
you get a little wild. People get a little wild. You right about that. Like it gets to be really bad. You know who I don't like?
who's that?
Corey Holcomb.
Yeah, that nigga be talking that.
He's a
Like
psychopath.
that is the literal definition of a nigga with a joke that it just went too far, and he don't want
Every
to come
time
back
though.
off
He
of
don't
it.
even try to change it. He don't back up. He double down.
Same joke.
I feel like those kind of people. And I think there's just like what's his name? Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I
So
don't think that he told jokes that went too far, but I also think that he falls into the whole group of people who
he fits perfectly in this conversation.
that like is a man telling a woman why she
Well,
don't have
she's
a man. Like, is everything okay? And then the women that sign up have like a humiliation kink.
because like, why would you go on that man's show?
And he's sitting in the corner with a turtleneck, like he in hiding. And you let him say all of this stuff about you when I think that confidence is key. And if you go into a man that you don't even know to tell you whether or not you're supposed to get the kind of man that you want, is
You're not going to, yeah, that's a key answer for you right there.
he's crazy, and he's telling you on purpose. And I don't care what nobody said. He knew what he was doing with those people. I've never seen an episode or a clip of an episode where he was affirming people. I don't care what nobody said. He
I
was
agree
there
with
telling
you.
them, "You fat and you're a six. Don't play yourself."
I agree
What
with
the
you. He
hell?
screened them calls. They screened them calls. They knew who they were talking
Yeah.
to.
If you too confident, he don't want to hear it. He want to tell you that you ain't shit. And you should not don't come over here looking for this because you ain't got it and you don't deserve it. And they be like, dang, you might be right about that. Or you have somebody push back and then he talks shit and then hang up on you. Like,
Yeah. But bro was a wild one, and I feel bad for laughing about it so hard because I forgot that he died. Like, yeah,
I
he
think
was.
I didn't forget that he died, but I just remember how he passed. Like, I don't want people to die. I don't think it's funny that people died. I don't think it's funny that he died. But allegedly the way that he died is wild. Allegedly he was like had some young thing on top of him. He had some sort of heart attack or something. Like that's just wild. Just
It's a
like
hell
on the
of a
color,
way to go out.
yeah,
Yeah,
on
you
the
got me
color
dying. Like
purple.
he,
When Celie dad died and he died on top of the girl, like this is the poetic irony out here in these streets. But all I'm saying is, don't go to the internet looking for validation on whether you're right in your stance about what you want for yourself, because nobody can tell you that you're wrong for wanting what you want for yourself. It's what you want for you. Now, if you're gonna find it, whether it's out there or whatever, that's a different story. But you're not wrong for having standards and sticking to them.
yeah, you're not. I mean, and I think Kevin Samuels actually is a key example of something I think that speaks so loudly in this conversation because it's like he to me always said like Kevin Samuels was the example of like a man that probably he might have tried to put his best effort out there with a woman one day, and she probably was like, "No, nigga, you lame,"
Nah,
because he looked like he was a weird kind of lame. I mean,
can won't.
the
Yeah,
the being dressed, any nigga that be dressed up to the T by them
in
to
the
sit in
house.
the room by themselves in the house, yeah, you got to watch out for that type. Of
Psychopath.
yeah,
Very much a
kind of.
psychopath.
I agree.
He
That's
might have been a sociopath. He was something. The way he used to sit in that corner and it was like dim just around his head. I said, "Oh, he got
not
a
even
plan.
center of the room. Room
He got a
in this
he's in the corner. He got a plan in place, and I don't want to be around when he puts it into.
yeah.
That's
So
exactly the way he was. But yeah, no, he was one of them, and I think that make your money, but I also don't think that you should make your money being like divisive.
hurt people hurt people. I think he was
True.
he might have put his best effort out there to a woman, and she was like, "Nah, nigga, you lame." And then from that moment, his a lot of times when I would hear his content, I heard from the voice of somebody that was like still expressing that pain of like a woman that embarrassed them.
I
And
feel
it
like
just
that.
seemed like I
I can
always
see
wanted to
that.
belittle somebody to make it feel like, and I
I can
don't,
see that.
and like I hear that a lot with a lot of people that that I see on there. Like I see, I mean, I think women have a better job of portraying this more honestly than men do. I think
Hmm.
men put a more of a facade around it.
Right,
But,
right.
but yeah, you see one be like, no, that nigga did me wrong, and I'm telling you this because of that. Like, okay, cool.
Exactly. And that's because men, there's this weird gender thing about men where you can't be expressive or they're going to call you a weak ass motherfucker or a simp because you're expressing yourself. I think that men should be able to express themselves just like women. I hate to see a man crying or something and they in the comments telling him to man up or some shit. He's a human being. We have feelings. Everybody
It's
has
true.
feelings. So that's why I think that's why men struggle with expressing themselves or expressing that they're hurt because you can't without somebody ridiculing you for being weak. And it's like the weakness is in the fact that you can't express yourself. The weakness is in the fear in expressing yourself. I
Yeah,
think it
it
takes a
is.
very strong individual to be able to express sadness and hurt and fear and things like that.
It is, and I
I
think it's
think,
just
yeah,
a continue these unrealistic expectations that somebody can't, like you as a man, have to stay a certain level of stoicness or a certain level of
yeah,
disconnect at all times, or that you as a woman would have a certain level of obligation or duty to be, this nigga's caretaker at all times.
I don't
Uh,
like this soft shit. I feel like somebody told me I wasn't soft. I can't remember. I
oh
don't
yeah,
give a fuck.
the soft woman era.
What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what it means to be like. I be looking stuff up. I don't know that I get any clear answer. Like to be soft means like you what? Just like the most submissive thing. Like I asked somebody the other day, like, what does it mean to be submissive? And I think he said to allow somebody to lead, you're submissive. But like, okay, well, okay, let's take that. Can men be submissive? Like, why the fuck is the conversation about whether women are submissive these days? Can men also be submissive? That's the exhausting part of it because nobody's willing to see the full picture. Everybody's like, why do you think women aren't submissive these days? Why the fuck do you think men aren't submissive? If the only definition is
Yeah.
allowing someone else to lead you, why aren't men? Because women can lead men and men can lead women. Why the fuck is the question only about women being submissive? It's
Nah.
always, you know what else get on my nerves?
What's that?
This divine femininity. What are you talking about? Don't piss me off. Because what does that even mean?
The divine feminine era.
I hate all of it. I hate all of it. Because it's always somebody telling somebody else how to be a woman or how to be a man. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I just am a woman.
Yeah,
And
I
there's
know.
no
Yeah.
chink in my armor because I don't subscribe to this invisible list of things we're supposed to do. I'm just a woman. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, because women, I hear women that say, like, well, a real man would do X, Y, and
I
Z.
hate
And I
that.
be
A
like,
real man
man,
is crazy.
I
I don't
don't
even know
know
what
who
it is.
would. I would always say, I don't know who would tell you what a real man was supposed to do. Like how I'm supposed to listen to a woman tell, like I wouldn't tell a woman, oh, this is what a real woman's supposed to do. You see how
Right. What are we
silly that
talking
shit
about?
sound?
Exactly. And then they start giving examples from their grandpa. So what you mean is what my grandpa would have did. Is that what you because I'm not your grandpa. That's why I'm not doing it, because I'm not your grandfather. What are we talking
Pretty much.
like that? Because then they start citing stuff that they father did. I'm not your dad. If you say that your dad is a real man, cool. That's your summary or your assessment of what a real man is. But I'm not your dad. So if your dad is what is a real man to you, that's fine with me. You gotta go find somebody that's like your dad.
Pretty much.
And that's just it. It's like, I think people have their standard, they have their preferences, they have their list of things that men and women are supposed to be to each other in a relationship. If you can't check all the boxes on your list, you got to go get a new partner, bro. And it's okay. And stop arguing with the people on the internet about it because it don't matter.
It really don't. And it's weird because like I don't know how in terms of because it's how deeply entrenched this stuff is into like the
Mhm.
internet and just in modern day culture because you see it on TV and everything now. I don't know how they come out of it. Like I don't know what's
I don't
the
know how you get out of it because I feel like people are always going to be saying something and they're going to reduce it to a gender role or like you stepping outside of the box that was created for you way back when. I just saw it the other day. I saw a clip. Michelle Obama was doing an interview and she was like listing all of her accolades and she was like, but people only know me as Barack's wife. I just thought she was stating her reality. They turned it into her competing with Barack Obama. They were like, yeah, you see, he was the president of the free world and his wife still was mad. Like all she was saying was that
yeah.
you lose yourself a little bit in the shadow of the president. Or she was saying, like, I did all of this, but I was reduced to that. Why she can't just state what her reality is? You can't even talk about your reality and you can't talk about your reality anymore. It's very weird.
There's no nuance. People don't allow you to
They don't even
to,
know how
to
to
have
spell that.
nuance.
They don't know
No.
how to spell that. They don't even know what that means when you say it. They're like nuance. No, 1 plus 1 is 2, and it don't matter what you're talking about. They don't know PIMDAS that has additional equations involved. They don't want to do any of
Ain't
it.
no
They're like
work
one
in the
plus one
order
is,
of equation. We just gonna go straight through it. Hope for the best.
and that's it. Like I was like, that's they tearing her up on the internet. I'm like, all she said was that she was also great and she was reduced to this, and I think that's what happens. But you can't even recount your reality. They start turning it into a competition speech.
Yeah. What's your reality? Like, yeah. Then to your point, that's a good one. Like, what is we're gonna tell you what you mean. We're gonna tell you what that meant to us. That's gonna be the
Yeah,
reality is what it meant to us, not what you meant to say and what your reality
exactly.
was.
Or what you said very clearly. People are making clear statements and they reading between lines that don't exist.
Yeah.
How's
That's
that? You gotta
and
stay off that.
like
It makes you want to stay off the internet, but it's supposed to be a fun place.
I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be, but just like anything, if it gets too fun, then people ruin it. And I
Yeah,
think
that's true.
that's just all that is. And then and I think it's made, and I can't talk about this one but so much because I ain't been dating. I don't, obviously I'm married now. I ain't
I
been a
love that
reason
for
to be
you.
dating. Thank you. Like, but it seemed to like made it this thing where I guess people kind of operate in a sense of fear and transaction. Like,
Yeah, I
it's,
agree. Yeah, yeah. Everything is transactional. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I also the whole give me some ass, I give you some cash also is hilarious to me because it's like it's prostitution, but so like they be like, well, you don't think you should give me money because you asked me for some ass, and they be like, well, that's prostitution, and it's like so. Like that's what, and I'm not, and we know that prostitution is illegal here, some places not, whatever. But this is what they telling you up front. They're not playing with you. This is not a surprise.
It's so funny you say that because, like, I was thinking about this the other day, and like, people act like they don't remember how things were done before, like, the internet got popular and stuff like that.
Uh-huh. They've been
Like
selling ass for years.
the
They've been
like
selling that ass has been
literally, they say in the
sold.
Bible, it's
The beginning,
the world's oldest profession.
the
Like
beginning
literally,
of time, we've been selling ass. Is you
like
gonna buy it or not? If you're not gonna
and
buy it, it's cool, bro. Somebody else will.
in different forms and versions.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
was, they could be like, oh yeah, but, my mom had to go meet with some man to get our school clothes.
What you think she went over there to do? Sit on his
Oh
lap?
man,
Uncle George is not even related to you.
like he's just some guy.
He's just some guy. Like, what are we talking about? You thought he bought them shoes because he didn't even know
Know
you,
you.
but he bought you those shoes because he likes your mom, bro.
Like people act like they don't know how the world worked at any given
I'm
point in
not
time.
saying that, I don't have a position on prostitution because that's people business. But if somebody's coming to you up front and saying this is how this is going to work, either you accept it or you don't. Don't be condemning them for sex work. Sex work
Like
is work, just like all other work. Just be safe. The hell?
it's a lot more personal. You got to really like people. I don't
You really
understand. I
do. I don't
couldn't.
like people enough. Get away from me. Even clients. Yeah, sorry, move. Case
Like
over.
that's too much personality. That's too much personal space. Okay.
Yeah, man. They don't want prostitution, but they want to watch porn. What are you talking about? What y'all think they doing on there? They not like come on,
I get paid for that. That's essentially a
they
different
get paid
version of
for
it.
that. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's hilarious. I think that black men and black women, we need each other. There's no need to tear each other down because you have a difference in opinion. I think that we are both on both sides allowed to have standards and preferences. And I think that's it. That's literally it. They arguing preferences and standards. I think that you should be able to articulate your preference without tearing somebody else down. That's where I take issue with it. They be like, I don't like if a black man say I don't like black women or they're dating a white woman or someone who's not black. If you say you dating them because you love her, that makes hey, love who you love. But don't say that you're dating her because I got an attitude.
Boy, that's that.
Get your ass out of
I
here.
forgot to write that down, but you hit something I wanted to
That
hit
bothers
before.
me.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole. I mean, I think the internet. I mean, because again, it goes back to this thing where like there's a pocket of the internet to support whatever
Whatever
thought
you
you
want
have.
it to be, yeah.
And I've been dealing with niggas that been saying this shit since shoot, early high school, where it's like,
Oh
I
yeah.
can't date black girls because uh, because they got too much attitude, because they do this, because they do that, and I just be like, man, I don't know what to tell you, and I mean, even in the sense of just like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I done dealt with women of different races before.
Mhm.
I remember talking to a white girl one time and saying to myself, and I remember saying to her, and I ain't saying to myself, you should be mad at me about this. Like, I don't understand why you're not. And that was weird to me. But because I was used to say I did some shit, and I was like, well, I know if this girl was black, she most likely would have been cussing me the fuck out. But I understand it. But
Yeah.
even then, I didn't say to myself, white women the way to go. Like I never said like
Listen, I don't take issue with somebody dating outside of their race. That's
yeah,
not my business, bro. It's not my business. But it becomes my business when you say I'm dating them because the women of my race lack something. What the
right.
fuck are you talking
I've
about?
never had that thought to be like, damn, this is what's wrong. Like it just
This
never
was wrong with the bitches over there.
it's
Huh?
never occurred to me. Like it's
But
just
there are
never.
people who say weird stuff like that, and I'm like, and you're on the internet fighting for your life, rightfully so. Because what are you talking about? You have offended a whole race of women because you wanted to love somebody else. No, stop being weird about it. If you love them because you do. Because it's not get back to us. Because it should be ended in tragedy. It be
Yeah, I
ended
can
in
believe it.
tragedy.
I can believe it. I mean, yeah, that's a weird one. I'm glad you brought that one up because I always
Yeah, I be
said
like,
that
you love
myself.
who you love, man. I don't care who you love. Just don't come over here bothering me. People be bothering other people.
They surely do, and it's like, yeah, you could have kept that to
You
yourself.
could have kept that to yourself. The funny thing is like, and it be celebrities too. It don't just be regular people because regular people will argue you down every day, all day about your preference as a regular person. They be arguing the preferences of celebrities who have no clue that they exist. That would be the funniest ones though, because they have a relationship with the celebrity don't know anything about.
Yeah, it's the
They,
one side relationships. I feel like
they
I
be
know
like,
them,
because he was with her, and the reason he was with her was because she was. I'm like, wow, you know more about him than he do. Wow. Hmm.
and that's a real life soap opera.
Yeah, and that's the entertaining part. Because it's celebrity. Like the whole when they do it to Chris Brown, they be like, he only dates Asians because he I don't know
Yeah.
why he dates Asians. I don't care either though.
It doesn't matter to
It
me.
doesn't
Like,
matter to me, but like this war goes on whether you want to participate in it or not for real. That's the crazy part. You could
yeah,
really refrain, you could retreat. They'll just find another platform and be on.
another a platform to go say it on.
Then you're like, and another thing. All right, okay. I give up actually. You could be like, I quit. They'd be like, okay, then they in somebody else's comments, but yeah, like the fuck I said.
Hmm.
Like,
They're gonna find somewhere to
okay.
get it off at.
They'll find somebody that's going to engage. I think we can stop engaging, or we can engage more civilly and for the growth of the conversation. I don't think we have to stop talking about it, but the way that we're talking about it is just not helpful.
I mean, I think you're right because, like, I think if for somebody that's watching this, I guess to take away from it, I think you're right in terms of like the dialogue itself has kind of been played out in the sense of just like the conversation that we see.
Yeah,
Like, it ain't but so many different ways you can kind of be like, oh, should you go 50-50 with your man? Or, oh, what type of things would you take from your woman? Or should your woman be able to talk to you in this particular tone or manner or anything like that? Or, what is the difference between black women and white women? Or what is the difference, what
hmm
would a real man, like all that? I think it's obvious, like all of that is kind of played out in the sense of like it's been discussed a million different ways and almost by a million different types of people.
yeah,
And so just how do you kind of like I think that's the first question, but like not for you. I mean, just in terms of like for people in terms of like changing it, just how do you break out of that stalemate of just where this shit is? I
yeah.
don't know
I
myself.
think I don't. I agree with you. I really don't know, but I think that for us, we can just kind of be intentional about the conversations that we engage in. I
Yeah,
think that's all we could do because as a whole, it's just so many different conversations, so many different people involved, so many posts on Facebook, so many posts on Instagram or all these platforms. They're gonna talk about it. I think you just be intentional in the way that you participate. I don't think that we uh continue to perpetrate ignorance and fucking stalemates as it relates to not hearing the other side. I think that we listen and we learn from each other, and maybe we learn that that person is not going to be the person that you date. I think that's how we do it because they're
I
not going to
agree.
stop having these conversations. And I thought of one that was so funny is like, would you let your woman wear this outside? Like, I'm grown as fuck. I hate a let. You don't let me do a motherfucking thing.
Yeah, I agree with you on that because it's like I
You
can't
don't
let
let
you do
me
it.
do a
I cannot
motherfucking
let you.
thing.
Yeah,
Like I'm grown. What you mean? Do you let your woman? What you gonna do if she go out there? And if you decide that it's your job to go out there and make her go in the house or whatever, are
now you
you her
looking crazy.
father? Now
Now you
you her
looking
dad.
crazy. That's how you go to jail.
That's how you go to jail. And now you're her dad. Are you her man or her dad? Like, and people have to figure out whether you want a mother or a father in a relationship. Like, what is it that you want? Do you want a partner? Do you
Or a
want a
parent. Yeah,
supervisor, a partner, or a parent? Like, what the fuck are you looking for? Some
yeah,
people looking
that.
for a child. They looking for somebody to take care of. They're looking for somebody to be solely dependent on them. They want to feel wanted, needed. Cool. Find somebody that's willing to do it.
And like I hate to sound old, like I think to a degree, if people put energy, not I would say put the same energy, but even put half the energy into other elements of life as we did into these conversations,
Oh
I
Lord.
think I mean because like it will benefit it and it even would benefit people back into the concept of them dating. Like, like people put
Yeah.
more effort into everyday job or finances or whatever, they might have more money and they might not feel like, oh, I gotta find somebody to take care of me or
Yeah.
like, or if you put, effort into, well, damn, maybe. Instead of me sitting there being like, well, I got to find a woman that know how to cook and clean for me. If I learned to do that, then
If I learn to cook, that's come to might make it a little easier to find somebody because you thought that you had to find somebody to cook for you, but now you know how to cook, so that's something you can take off the table, or it can remain on the table because maybe you guys are going to take turns cooking, or maybe you put a little bit more time in self-assessment, like just assessing yourself, and then seeing, instead of looking for a partner, figure out the kind of partner you want to be. I don't know, just. I mean, I think that shit should start here first. Like you in the world out looking for something when I think you should kind of start with yourself. What kind of
yeah,
partner do you want to be? Like, would you be a good partner? Would you date you,
that's
motherfucker?
the that is the I mean that I think
Yeah,
that is the key question I've always tried to keep in
yeah.
mind. And this is like, would you date yourself? Because if not, like, would you
Well,
find
you
yourself
married
irritating?
you.
Would you?
Yeah, I mean, you probably are irritating to your wife.
No, very much so.
I already know that you are because I know you.
Very much so.
But you
Yeah,
also had to make a decision about what you brought to the table, what she brought to the table, and she had to make a decision about what was accepting. Even y'all were dating. Now you guys are married. You made a decision. People are making these fucking lifelong decisions without any kind of assessment. Any kind.
they just
They're
going
like
with
the
the flow.
ring, big as shit. Thanks. We married. Like, huh?
Don't even
Then
know
you
this person.
calling
Like,
it
yeah,
every 2 weeks. Like nobody's taking themselves as serious. I think that as they should. They out here living for the internet, and like we said, it's not a real place, so it's not going to translate in the real world. And then you find yourself in these situations that you either can't get out of or you stuck in. You can't get out of it because you married or you said yes to something that you should have said yes to because the internet said he had the money. He was like thanks, thanks, thanks. Or you like the internet said I have to have this kind of man. I can't find him or he don't want me, so now I'm alone and I'm sad and I'm depressed. And there's also nothing wrong with having a whole bunch of cats. They be like, "You're a cat lady." I like cats, bro.
I mean, yeah, you can like cats, but if you got like 20 cats, nah, you a cat
I
lady.
like a cat. I don't have any cats, but if I
You,
if I I would get a cat though. I do like a cat.
one cat. I mean, not even just one cat. A few cats are fine. 'Cause my aunt used to live next door to a cat lady. Like a few
I
cats are
like a
fine.
cat. I think cats are cool, but I feel like cats be stink. So
Yeah,
cat people stink.
you ever walk into a cat lady house, you can smell it.
Stink in there. Yeah, I feel like it just be too stink. All of that stuff be too stink.
Too much
But I'm just
fur.
saying, like, women and men, we all need to do some self-assessment. We can have these conversations. They don't have to turn all ugly. And I find that, in conversations where it gets a little heated, I'm not sure why it gets so heated because again, you're arguing with somebody on the internet that you're never going to date or to split bills with because up front, you guys are disagreeing on fundamentals for your life, for yourself. You're never going to date them. Why are we going back and forth? We say, cool, bro. That works for you. Yes, ma'am, that works for you. It shouldn't be you weak ass, broke ass bitch.
That's
Shouldn't
key.
be there.
That's key. You're arguing with somebody over fundamental differences off bat, like within random
Yeah, we
conversation with
know
a
we're
random
not gonna
stranger.
work because I want you to pay all the bills and you don't want to. And that's okay.
Like boom, you're
That's
just
it.
not
And
going.
that's
Yeah,
okay. Thank you, good sir. They be like, fuck you, bitch. Like, what? Your mama raised a weak ass bitch. You was raised by your mama, wasn't you? Like, damn, why you
yeah.
gotta now I'm a whore. Now I'm a
Oh,
whore
you
because I
ready?
want some money.
By a horse, like, oh, you was raised by your mom. You ain't your daddy won't in your fucking life. You would have taught you better to do this.
Oh my, right. Your dad wasn't even there. You don't even know. Damn. Well, maybe he wasn't, but I'm working through my trauma. Damn. Like y'all out here trauma, but y'all trauma tagging,
Trauma dumping, trauma bonding.
trauma
Tra-
everything, trauma triggering. You out here pressing my trauma button. Your dad wasn't there. You weak ass bitch. You can't even build a house. uh, I'm not a builder. Like the fuck. I'm an accountant.
I can't even build a house. Nah, but for real, that's how that, yeah. I mean, like some people, they argue too much and then they start explaining their life story. Well, this happened to me and I got cheated on. I ain't deal.
Oh,
Like, I ain't deal.
nothing. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm like, okay, maybe I did used to I be wanting to get into the disagreement. I'm not gonna lie, I do just sometimes I do want to engage in the discourse, but I know it's not gonna end. I just know that it's not gonna end. So I'm like, I don't even want to do it. Because I feel like different people can offer different perspectives.
Hmm. I think so. I think different people
Like
could.
I work all the fucking time.
And like, if you had,
Like for
but
me, I work.
no, go ahead.
I'm a working person. Like I work, I don't have any kids. I think that I'm what they would call a modern woman. Um, my set of criteria for a mate is just that he could take care of his fucking self if he has to. That's literally it. Like that's it. You just have to be able to take care of yourself. Like don't come over here and turn into a don't reduce yourself to a child now. Like I don't
Don't
need
become a
another
bill.
dependent. Like I don't have no, you can't suck the titty, bro. Like I don't need a dependent. I need somebody that I can depend on if need be. That's all I need. That's my criteria. I don't require that you pay all the bills. I don't require like you don't gotta build the house and all of that. Like I don't have those kind of requirements. And I think that some people do, and that's okay. That's just it. I have a different it's we're just different, bro.
Yeah,
And I enjoy working. I don't know if I can stay home and baby and have a kid. I don't want a kid. Like women are just different in these days and times. A lot of
yeah,
people, when we were growing up, everybody wanted to have kids, everybody wanted to be a mom and stuff. And I went back and forth with it for a while, but I don't want that. That's just not something that I want. And that's like different from the majority more often than not. That's just not something that I want. And it's not because I want to be a career woman. I just don't want that shit.
yeah. And you're allowed to have that decision, and you're allowed to have
Exactly.
that decision for that reason. It doesn't have to be for X, Y, Z reason.
Exactly. People be wanting you to explain why you don't want certain things based on the rules that were set for way back when. People be like, people can't have kids. I'm sorry, but I don't want that shit. And it has nothing to do with my career or the fact that I want to work. I just don't want a kid. If I didn't have to work, I don't know that I would not work, but I'm just saying that has nothing to do with not wanting to have a kid, and that don't make me less than a woman. Like that's what I like. Different perspectives is what gives rise to the different conversations that can be had if you're willing to listen. But people aren't willing to listen and understand and maybe accept. Like the criteria are just different, and that's okay. And I think that for women, if you have a different stance from like the bulk of women, they call you like a pick me. I think that's fucking hilarious, and I say pick me shit all the time. I just think it's funny to say, but I don't necessarily think you're a pick me. I think being a pick me should have more to do with like upholding misogyny, not necessarily being different from every other woman. You're just different from the woman. That's it. Like I'm cool with that. Like, I got friends who work and they want to have kids and they want to have families, and I think that's cool and I think that's smart and I think that's fun. But that's just not what I want to do. That don't make me a pick me. It
Right.
just means like, I just want something different. I have friends who like you gonna pay these motherfucking bills. Like, don't come
Yeah,
over
that's.
here unless you can pay these motherfucking bills. And that's okay. That's not a requirement for me.
I mean, I think you got a good point there because I think a lot the pick me and the simp thing. I think was a lot of times was the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Yeah, it was the way of trying to shame people into not trying to think. And I only say not trying to think differently. It's just not having your own
I agree. I agree with
way
you.
of looking at a situation and being like, oh, I feel like, oh, it's okay to do stuff for your woman. Oh, that nigga just a simp right there. That's all.
Like he's a weak ass. He's weak
Yeah,
as
like
hell. Why? Because he bought her something to eat.
that's
Like
okay. If you can cook for your wife, you can cook for your wife. Oh man, he a simp ass nigga over here. He cooking for his wife.
when Klay Thompson went to go pick up Megan Thee Stallion and he was late and he apologized for being late, they like, it's a guy who did a video. He said, I can't even get over the fact that he apologized. She lucky he even came to pick her up. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's some
Huh?
wild. Yeah, that's some wild shit.
He should be lucky that she even came to pick her up. And like women who cater to their men, that don't make them a pick me. They just cater to their men. And I think that's okay. You don't have to be Sojourner Truth about it all.
That's
Sometimes you
true.
might want to melt into a hug or go in there and make them something to eat at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not doing it. But if you decide to, that's okay. That'll make you a pick me ass bitch. Now, if you on
Oh,
the side of the man said, and what the man said, all right, now, bitch, you're doing too much. You're
like
doing
I
too
don't
much
understand.
now.
Like you should be doing what your husband said because that's what it. Yeah, like
You better listen to him.
if that's what you're doing,
Nah, don't.
fine. Now when you start telling other people that's what you need to do, it's like, all right, yeah, you
Yeah,
done
it's like,
crossed
all
that.
right, somebody done got to you. I don't know why this bothers me. I don't know if it bothers me, but I just like, what the fuck you talking about? When I hear people say shit like, he is the head and I'm the neck, that shit is crazy to me.
That's a
I'm
wild
not saying it's
statement.
crazy because I disagree, but hearing is like, don't say that again. They be like,
That's,
cause the neck helped the head move. I be like, this is bullshit. Leave me alone.
I've been, yeah. Somebody,
Even
nah, I walk off on you.
like as an anatomy of it all. Maybe that's true, but like get away from me with that.
Nah, I
I'm
walk
the
away
neck
from somebody.
and
Nah,
he the head. And the head is the head, but the neck and make all right, I don't know. I don't know, but if you trying to explain to me why you're following your man by saying he the head and I'm the neck, leave me the fuck alone. If you want to explain that, he's led you, he hasn't steered you wrong. He makes really good decisions. I trust him. That's fine. That's what partnership is. But don't talk about him being the head and you being the fucking neck, bro.
you know, don't just bring me no bullshit like that. Like, oh, nah, he the head on the neck. Now you just making
It
shit up.
sounds
Like, what
like
are
the
we talking
like
about?
I'm following him blindly. That shit, no, man. Just be normal.
I
Like
can't do
everything
that.
doesn't need like a euphemism. He the
I,
head and I'm the neck, cause and they try to explain their part in the whole process because the neck makes sure the head is moving. It's on a swivel. Like, give a
yeah,
fuck.
they done heard that. They done heard that on TV or some shit somewhere. They done forgot half the quote.
Right,
Now they
I'm
just
telling
making
you,
shit up
I
behind
just
it.
saw somebody say that on the internet the other day. She was talking about, well, my husband home, I don't take out the garbage, I don't do this, I don't do that, blah blah, and I think it's cool. But then she was like, he the head, but I'm the neck. I was like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, like that's silly as shit.
I
Like
think that people just you could just say we work together, bro. But that's what I think. That's what the goal is, to work together. Just work together.
yeah, I
I'm the
think
arm, he can. Like
the arm and the hand,
what
the
you talking
hand and
about?
the fingers. Like, yo, we gonna work together. Like,
He
I
the
mean, I
palm
think
and I'm the fingers,
that's
and we out here catching balls. Like I don't fucking know. Like stop it.
you know,
Like
it turned
people
into a
try to be
weird
too
science
poetic.
lesson at that point. Like,
I just don't have time for it. I just feel like people, do what works for you, love who you love, and everything's gonna be okay, bro.
I agree. I
That's
mean,
hilarious.
I agree. I think if there's one thing I want anybody to take from this is that if you look at any sort of real life relationships, whether they good or
Hmm.
bad, they none of them are what the internet will try to
Yeah.
portray you to
Hmm.
perceive them to be.
Yeah. I agree.
Like
Hmm.
any of them, like long, short, good, bad, mixed, same race, any of them. Like none of them are what the internet perceived to be. There are people there are people like 100 0 or anything like that is not a real sense of just like everything that goes on in a relationship that people are doing might not, like you said, be putting money in. Might one person might cover all the bills, but the other person puts in more physical labor or more emotional
Yeah,
labor, more raising children or more maintaining a household. What
I agree.
I mean, and just because you see people on the internet saying, whatever the case is, you don't know what happens after their cameras go off. Like that's always a different.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. That's really it. That's how you sum it up for real. Like the relationships that you see in real life are not what you see on the internet. And the rules you learn from the internet, you cannot apply them to a real relationship because real things happen in real time. They're not frozen in time where these things are actually taking place. Things are changing every day. You got
I
to be
agree.
able to adapt. You have to.
And
Yeah.
stop listening to other people tell you how to live your life. I think that's the other
Yeah.
thing. There's two. That's
Because
the other
people get
thing. Yeah.
paid to, talk, and they gonna get paid whether your relationship work out or not. They getting paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Like
talk to like your grandma or somebody. Learn from people who like are living life that you can see.
yeah. I think that's the better way of putting it.
Yeah,
Instead of don't listen to anybody. Yeah. Listen to people in real life and people
in
that
real
have
life.
your best interests at heart and want to
Yeah, right.
don't
People
just
who
listen to
actually are
motherfuckers on the
invested
internet.
in you. Like they're invested in your well-being and the well-being of the relationship because like I said, I feel like relationships are super important, whether they're platonic or romantic. They're all important. And I feel like to be a good romantic partner, you need to know how to be a friend too. So maybe you need to do some self-assessment before you jump into a relationship instead of trying to put these parameters in place as it relates to what the contribution should be when you come to the table empty. Like
Yeah.
maybe that, you start from there. But like the internet is not a real place, bro.
Yeah.
And
If you
it's
don't know your
hilarious.
own standards, you won't be able. If you don't know your own standards, what you
Yeah.
stand for, what you putting up, or what you're willing to put up with and not put up with, you just gonna fall for anything out of it.
Exactly. And it ain't gonna matter if you pay 100% of the bills. That's the problem. People can't even afford to leave relationships because they're not strong enough to be on their own.
And you're
Get
right
your ass.
about that.
Yeah, like I think it starts with you. And then if you decide that I want to have somebody pay all my bills, and if he can't, I can just move on, then that's fine, bro. People out here hobosexual and stuff like that. They want to be with you because you got somewhere to stay.
Yeah, stay away from the homosexuals. That's when
Stay
they
away,
get.
oh yeah, that's the other thing. Stay away from the homosexuals, man.
This is their time of
Homosexuals.
year. When they get cold out like this, this
Oh,
is their
it's
time of year.
freezing. Yeah, homosexuals. So stay away from homosexuals. Do some self-assessment. The internet is not a real place. Listen to people who are actually invested in you. That's good.
That's that's a great way to end it right there. I
Yep.
like that. That's a great way to end it. I have to put that on the t-shirt.
That's a lot of words, though. Well, maybe not. We could. Well, oh, that was only four things. Okay, all right. I'll text you. We could sub it up. That'd be a cute T-shirt, and then we could have a heart. Not that it's broken, but that it's
Halfway.
like
Then you want to put the band-aid on it?
yes, because I don't want a broken heart. We just want you to, we could heal you though.
It's fixing up.
Like, yeah, we gotta work on that. But yeah, that works.
Well, thank you, Searra. I appreciate this.
Of
This has been
course, of course.
a great conversation. I think people can really take from this, at least to not, fall into the traps that the internet or just that people who are kind of spring in terms of these conversations and be
Yeah,
realistic and a real person and not just a bot or something that the
yeah.
internet has produced.
And I think and I think just accepting other perspectives. That's it. Because I don't think you or I are in those boxes that are in the extremes. I think we're more so in the middle. So yeah.
I agree. Now,
All
uh,
right.
everybody, this has been another episode of the Maybe I'm Just Not Getting It podcast. Again, thank you to my guest Searra for joining us for this episode. I will see you all next time.